This is Gene Key, Skyserve, Texas News.
Airline passengers got the fright of their lives when a passenger started banging on the cockpit door during a flight to DFW Thursday morning. NBCDFW.com contributed to this report. An American Airlines flight was diverted to Lubbock due to a disruptive passenger. Authorities said American Airlines Flight 2542 from Ontario, California to DFW was diverted after a man started banging on the cockpit door during the flight. Another passenger on the plane said the man was acting strange, suddenly got out of his seat, banging on the cockpit door and yelling. Flight attendants attempted to contain the passenger, got help when several nearby passengers jumped in to force the man to the ground. The Boeing 737 landed in Lubbock at 5:17 in the morning. Police quietly escorted the man off the plane. During a prostitution sting by Houston police, one of their own was busted. KHOU.com contributed to this report. A Houston police officer was arrested Wednesday night in a Motel 6. The arrest came during a prostitution sting on the city's west side. 40-year-old Jermaine Owens is charged with misdemeanor prostitution. He's been suspended while the investigation continues. Owens has been with Houston Police Department for 13 years. A new technique using satellite-based radar confirms earthquakes in Texas were man-made. The AssociatedPress.com contributed to this report. 5 Texas earthquakes, one reaching magnitude 4.8, were caused by injections of wastewater in drilling for oil and gas. In 2012 and 13, earthquakes, 5 of them considered significant, shook East Texas near Timpson. A team of scientists for the first time were able to track the uplifting ground movements in the earthquake using radar from satellites. Texas is back in the news as a federal judge says Texas must not only change its voter outreach efforts, but now must submit its efforts before any material is released to the public. The AssociatedPress.com contributed to this report from Corpus Christi. After the U.S. Justice Department accused Texas of reneging on a deal to soften its tougher voter ID law, U.S. District Judge Nelva Gonzalez Ramos on Tuesday also ordered Texas to begin letting federal officials review drafts of voter outreach and education material before they are published. A federal appeals court found the state's 2011 law discriminated against minorities and the poor. The Justice Department says that despite the ruling, Texas still gives the impression that some voters can't cast a ballot. Texas must now tell residents who can't obtain an ID due to a reasonable impediment that they can still vote by simply signing an affidavit. Just as a reminder, if you haven't registered to vote, you have until October the 8th to register to vote in the November 8th presidential election.
Visit us on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter at Skyserve News Service. This is Gene Key, Skyserve, Texas News.